You hear one mysterious crash in the hallway. Then silence. And 10 minutes later, they come back. With soft eyes, a little tail up in the air, and that innocent face like they've never done a single wrong thing in their life. So now you're wondering, is my cat apologizing? Well, not exactly the way humans do. Cats probably aren't sitting in the next room reflecting on their choices and composing a heartfelt apology letter. But they do have ways of saying, okay, I'm not trying to fight, I still like you, we're good, right? In cat language, that usually looks less like guilt and more like trust, comfort, and a decision to reconnect. So in this video, we're going through the signs your cat may be apologizing, or, more accurately, trying to make peace after being a tiny furry criminal. And trust me, some of these signs are so subtle, most people miss them completely. 1. The slow blink. Let's start with the most famous one, the slow blink. You know the look. Your cat stares at you for a second, then slowly closes their eyes like they're melting into a state of complete innocence. That's not random. Research has found that slow blinking is part of positive cat-human communication, and veterinary behavior sources describe it as a signal of relaxation, trust, affection, and I mean no harm. So when your cat comes back after causing absolute chaos and gives you that slow blink from across the room, that's often their version of saying, can we not make this weird? And honestly, it works. Because the second a cat slow blinks at you, it becomes very hard to stay mad at them. 2. They walk toward you with their tail up. This one matters more than people realize. When a cat approaches you with a relaxed tail held upright, especially with a soft little curve at the end, that's a friendly signal. Reviews of cat-human interaction describe the upright tail as a sign of friendly intentions, and veterinary behavior guidance says a tail-up, relaxed approach means the cat is feeling friendly, confident, and relaxed with you. So picture this. Your cat just knocked your charger off the desk. You look at them. They disappear. A minute later, they reappear and walk right up to you with that tail held high like a tiny question mark. That's not the body language of a cat escalating conflict. That's a cat coming back into the relationship. Not to confess, not to repent, just to say, I'm here. Are we still okay? 3. The head bunt or face rub. Now we get to one of the clearest make peace signals in the cat world. The head bunt. That gentle little headbutt against your hand, your arm, your leg, your face. That is not your cat being random. Cats rub and bunt with scent glands on their face, and behavior sources describe this as social communication tied to bonding, marking, and trust. VCA notes that when cats bunt you, they're putting their scent on you, essentially bringing you into their inner circle and reinforcing connection. So when your cat wrecks your blinds, vanishes for 5 minutes, then comes back and headbutts your ankle, that may be the closest thing you'll ever get to, my bad, still love you though. And in classic cat fashion, they expect that to be enough. 4. The soft little sounds. Now let's talk about the tiny sounds, not the angry yowl, not the demand scream from the kitchen, not the haunting 3 a.m. hallway opera. I mean the soft chirps, the gentle meows, the little prt sounds they make when approaching you. Veterinary guidance lists purring and chirruping among signs that a cat is comfortable with interaction. And cat communication sources note that cats use vocalizations like meows mainly in communication with humans. So when your cat comes back after a tense moment and starts making those small, sweet sounds, that can be less about drama and more about reopening contact. It's not, I am deeply sorry for my behavior. It's more like, so, are you still available to adore me? Which, to be fair, is emotionally very on-brand for a cat. 5. They start licking you. This one feels personal because it kind of is. Some cats will come over after a tense moment and start licking your hand, your wrist, even your hair if they fully committed to the bit. And no, that doesn't always mean apology, but it can be part of bonding behavior. Veterinary behavior sources say cats may lick humans to express affection, create a bond, groom, or mark. So if your cat has that habit, and they do it after you've both had a moment, it can be their way of smoothing things over and moving you back into the safe, familiar, bonded category. It's weird. It's a little sandpapery, and somehow it still feels sweet. Because in cat language, grooming is social. 6. They come sit on you, or very close to you. This is a huge one. Cats are not casual about proximity. A cat that chooses to climb into your lap, lean against you, or deliberately settle right next to you is making a social decision. VCA specifically lists climbing into a person's lap as a sign the cat is comfortable with interaction. And it also notes that cats often prefer low-intensity, predictable social contact that they initiate themselves. So when your cat has been a menace, and then later quietly jumps into your lap like nothing happened, that's not an accident. That's your cat saying, "I'm choosing closeness again." And with cats, that choice matters, because they don't hand out emotional access for free. And finally, one of the most dramatic peace offerings of all, the flop. Your cat walks over, drops onto their side, stretches out in front of you, maybe even flashes the belly for half a second, like they're auditioning for sainthood. Veterinary behavior guidance lists rolling onto the side to expose the belly among signs that a cat is comfortable with the interaction. And relaxed posture with soft eyes and a confident approach is generally part of a calm, positive emotional state. Now, very important. Belly exposure does not always mean, "Please touch my stomach." Sometimes it just means, "I feel safe enough to be vulnerable near you." And after a moment of tension, that vulnerability can absolutely be a peace signal. Not a surrender, not an admission. Just a very cat-like version of, "Let's reset." So, can cats apologize? Not in the human sense. They're probably not feeling guilt the way we imagine it. But they can do something that feels just as meaningful in their own way. They come back. They soften their body. They blink slowly. They rub against you. They sit beside you, curl their tail around your leg, or quietly climb into your lap, like they're saying, in the only language they know, "I trust you. I'm safe with you. Let's be okay again." And honestly, for a cat, that's a pretty big apology. Because the closest thing to sorry in cat language isn't a confession, it's reconnection. And once you start noticing those little signs, you realize your cat may be talking to you a lot more than you think. So, if your cat has ever done something completely chaotic, and then come back 5 minutes later acting sweet and innocent, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your cat's version of sorry looks like. And if you enjoy videos like this, breaking down the strange, funny little things cats do, consider subscribing, because there's a lot more your cat is trying to tell you.